Hello, I'm going to talk to you about quick bite number 3, which is your daily bite of something that you can learn and progress to be a better technology leader, a senior leader as you climb up the organization. So this is this concept about taken from the lean startup, but used in most management conversations, which is called as pivoting. What it essentially means is that it's a structured way of carrying at an idea, seeing if things work out, and if it doesn't and the idea fizzles out, be ready to move to the next best idea. So you arrive at a minimum viable product, you take it to market, you see and test if your customers really like it. If they don't, then be ready to pivot to the next best idea. So that's essentially in a short way to explain what is pivoting. So pivoting is a lean startup idea wherein you should not be too emotionally attached to the idea. If the idea doesn't work, then be ready to move to the next best idea. So the other day I was talking to Anand Kadkol, who is a startup advisor, and he did bring out this fascinating story, which is a good example of pivoting. So let me tell that to you here. So he was talking about one of the startups that he was mentoring, which is actually working on a device which actually stores organs in cold storage for a couple of hours and then takes it to another place, and then it can be used for organ transplantation and so on. So that is the idea that they were working on. So when they researched and find out what is the market availability for the market readiness for this kind of a product, they found out it was just a few hundred people in a city who would probably buy, less than 100 people or max 100 people who would actually buy this kind of facility in a city. So having invested so much of R&D efforts and technology efforts, and only a few hundred people are good, so that's not going to be a good business model. And then he did advise the founders that, okay, why don't you just pivot this idea, and instead of organs being transported, we also need fresh fruits and vegetables and probably flowers or something that need to be transferred across locations, and that also has a shelf life. So if you can use this, if you can just flip your idea a little bit and then pivot it and be ready to pivot, so you could probably gain a larger audience in terms of the market segment. So that's a classic example of pivoting. There are a couple of there are a lot of large companies who have used pivoting, such as YouTube, which was initially a dating site. So their logo was tune in to hook up, and later they realized that, okay, you can actually be an online video uploading service, which is where this current video is also being uploaded. And Groupon, for instance, was created for social and charitable causes. Later they found that they can offer a group discount to a large number of people, and they flipped the idea, and then they created $1 billion market out of Groupon. So Steve Blank says that if your idea doesn't work, don't be worried. Don't fire the CEO, fire the idea. So be ready to do away with the idea. The CEO could still be a better execution person. So fall out with the idea, don't fall out with the CEO. So here is leaving you with this quick tip. So do like, share and subscribe and comment on this channel so that it reaches a larger audience. So if you want to grow as a technology leader, you can watch more such, you can actually be part of a learning community that is there in eturnti.com, whose links are being put down below in the below this video. So thank you very much for watching.